Hello everyone, welcome to Slideshow English. We are continuing Shakespeare's Sonnet explanation and analysis video series. You can watch the full video series from the I button or from the description below. In today's video, we are going to discuss Shakespeare's Sonnet 3, Look in thy glass and tell the face thou viewest. We will explain, analyze and give you the hidden meanings. But before getting started, I would like to recite this sonnet once. So for now, let's make English straightforward. Look in thy glass and tell the face thou viewest. Now is the time that face should form another, whose fresh repair, if now thou not renewest, thou dost beguile the world, and bless some mother. For where is she so fair whose uneared womb disdains the tillage of thy husbandry? Or who is he so fond will be the tomb of his self-love to stop posterity? Thou art thy mother's glass, and she in thee calls back the lovely April of her prime. So thou through windows of thine age shalt see, despite of wrinkles, this thy golden time. But if thou live remembered not to be, die single and thine image dies with thee. Sonnet 3 by William Shakespeare also belongs to the sonnets written for one unknown man. Just like the Sonnet 1, here also Shakespeare uses to urge his male friend to have a child, so that the friend's beauty can pass on to the next generation. So we can explain each line thoroughly, and we can move on to the first line, where it is said that look in thy glass and tell the face thou viewest. Now is the time that face should form another. So here Shakespeare is telling his friend that you go and look into the mirror. You will see your own face. Now make yourself understand that your face now should form another. Form another means, reproduce. It means that this whole first line means that you should replicate yourself. How you should replicate? By getting married and having a child, whose fresh repair, if now thou not renewest, thou dost beguile the world and bless some mother. So this line means that if you don't immediately renew your fresh look, then it is a kind of beguile to the world. It is a cheating, and you also unbless some mother. So beside all these, you are also unblessing some mother, because if you don't marry, you are actually depriving a woman from being a mother. So in the next line, for where is she so fair whose uneared womb disdains the tillage of thy husbandry? In this particular line, Shakespeare is telling his friend that there is no man who can deny your proposal. There is no man who can reject your husbandry, and everyone will accept you. So why are you stopping yourself? Why are you hanging yourself back? In the next line it said that, or who is he so fond will be tomb of his self-love to stop posterity. Okay, so in that line the poet is both giving a hint about narcissism and calling his friend selfish. He says you are crazy because who wants to die even before having a child? So he is actually trying to convince his friend to get married and have a child so that the beauty of his friend can pass on to the next generation. Now in the next line, thou art thy mother's glass, and she in thee calls back the lovely April of her prime. So here April of her prime is usually referred to youthness, the youth of her mother and the youth of his mother. Okay, so it's a kind of metaphor here. And in this final quatrain, again Shakespeare is trying to convince his friend to get married. And in order to do this, the poet is referring to his friend's mother. He says, remember your mother. Okay, you are the outcome of your parents. So you are the only living part of your mother's memory because she has died. Now you are the only living memory of your mother. And now if you are not willing to have children, then how would your beauty will last? Okay, so here it's the simplified meaning. So thou through windows of thine age shalt see, despite of wrinkles, this thy golden time. And here windows are referred to the friend's eyes. So you can see through the windows of your own past how beautiful and charming you were in your childhood. You also can make those memories everlasting by procreating yourself. Okay, so you can procreate yourself into your own children. But if you don't marry and do not have any children, then your memories will not stay and that will fade away. Now we are in the final couplet. But if thou live, remembered not to be, thy single and thine image dies with thee. But if you live single, no one is gonna remember you. You will die, and your beauty, your greatness, your image will also die with you. So throughout the whole sonnet, poet uses many symbols, metaphors like April of a prime, and many images only to convince his male friend to have a child. He also calls his friend selfish and crazy. He describes that his friend is very much obsessed with his own image, and because of this obsession, he's closing all the possible ways to procreate his beauty. Like many other Shakespearean sonnets, this sonnet 3 also emphasizes the powerfulness of time. Our earthly body actually diseased by time. So before that happen, we all must leave some memories of ourselves. So at the end, hope this explanation was great for you and you will like this video and subscribe to us. For more exclusive contents, visit our channel. But for now, tell me goodbye. We'll be meeting on another Slideshow English video.